Hey everyone, this is Megan Haggerty, Assistant Director of Graduate Admission, and today I'm going to walk you through how to submit our free online graduate application. First, you'll want to visit our graduate admission webpage and select Apply Now. Once you do, you'll be brought to our application portal, and under first-time users, you can create an account. Once you set up your email and your password, you'll be brought into our graduate application, and you'll see a series of different categories here on the left-hand side. The first one that we're going to review today is graduate application instructions. We highly encourage you to take a few minutes to read through these instructions as it shares what to expect, including admission requirements, as well as admission decision timeline. Our next category will be personal information, and here you'll want to include your name, your address, your phone number, and biographical and citizenship information. Next, you'll have the opportunity to share with us which graduate program you're applying to. So under program in the drop-down menu here, you can see all of the graduate programs that we offer. For some programs, example, clinical mental health counseling, you'll see that we do have two listed here. This first one is going to be an on-ground program, and as you can see here, the second is online. If you're not sure if on-ground or online is best for you, that's perfectly okay. You can always email graduate@merrimack.edu, and we can connect you with your admission counselor to really sit down and determine which avenue would be best with you and your career goals. This is always something that can be changed later. So if you decide you want to do online and then decide that you want to do on ground, that's okay too. For today, I am going to select that I'm interested in our nutrition and human performance program. For our entrance term, our nutrition and human performance program only does have a fall start, so I will select that. But if you did choose a program that has a few different entrance terms, you can always select dates and deadlines here below, and it'll tell you what the deadline is for that entrance term, when it starts, and when it ends for that entrance term. For a full-time versus part-time student, again, my only option here is full-time student for our nutrition and human performance program. But if you did have a program that has both, full-time student is 8 or more credits and part-time student is less than 8. For other programs, you might also see a category for fellowships here. So you can select if you're interested in a fellowship or not, and there will be different prompted questions. Our next section will be your academic history. So here you're able to add your institution. For example, I will use Merrimack College, and then it will auto-populate a few different answers here. You can then add your dates you attended, which will then ask you your level of study and the degree that you were awarded. You'll type in your major and your GPA. If you're not sure of your GPA, that's perfectly okay. This is information that we can obtain from your transcript. If you do have access to an unofficial copy of your transcript, you can select Choose File and go ahead and upload it here. Please note that we will need official and final official copies of your transcripts, so you can email those to graduate@merrimack.edu, or if that's not an option, you can have it sent to our mailing address here. Please note that we do not need your high school transcripts. However, if you did take any transfer credits, we will need those transcripts. And if you are an international student, we will need an official course-by-course credential evaluation. Our next section is employment. So here you have the opportunity to show us if you have any experience in the field. So maybe you graduated undergrad and worked for a little bit. But if you did not and you're an undergraduate student going right into grad school, you can always add any positions that you had as a student. I'm sure there will be transferable skills that we could evaluate there. So similar to academic history, you can add your employer here. Next is additional details and materials. Under this section, have a few prompted questions, but you'll also be able to upload your personal statement and your resume here. If you don't already have them ready, that is okay. At the end, I will show you how you can upload them later. Again, if you did apply for a fellowship in the first section where I said it might ask a question, you may see here too, fellowship essay, which you can choose a file similar to these two and upload it there as well. In the recommendations section, you'll be able to add recommender and type in all of their information. Make sure that you select one of the two, whether you waive your right to access the report or you do not. You'll also want to sign in both places. Once you do so, you'll hit send to recommender, where an email will be sent to your recommender and they'll have the opportunity to submit a formal letter of recommendation on letterhead, or they'll be able to submit a prompted form that we send. We always recommend reaching out to your recommender first and just letting them know that this will be coming their way, as soon as you do hit send to recommender, they will receive an email. Our next section is test scores. Test scores are optional in terms of any GRE tests. So if you are not looking to take the GRE, but still want to apply for graduate school, that's okay. You can certainly do so. But if you did take the GREs and you're scored really well, you're also more than welcome to upload those scores. If you are an international student, please note that we do require an English language proficiency exam if your first language is not English. Last but certainly not least is our signature. So you'll want to make sure you type your full legal name. And then after doing so, you'll want to review your application. If you've uploaded all of your materials, nothing will be listed here. And then you'll be able to submit your application for review. Please note that we're unable to review any applications until this button here is submitted and we've received all application materials. So once you've submitted your application for review, you will be able to see your progress and status in your portal page. So here, again, if you didn't upload your resume and your personal statement, maybe they weren't ready just yet, you can always go ahead and later and choose a file and upload it here. Once you do so, this awaiting will be changed to a green check mark, which says received. Once an admission decision is ready, you will receive an email and it'll bring you back to your application status portal here, where you'll be able to see your admission decision.